Alrighty, so today we will be going over the power of three paired with manipulation. If you guys were here yesterday in the class or you watched the last video, you know exactly what we were talking about yesterday. We talked about liquidity, how orders must get taken to then take more orders. So it's just a simple process of build up orders. We have these highs, we have these lows. If it takes the highs, then most likely it will take the lows, and then you have more liquidity to repeat that process over and over and over and over again. Well, what is this actually called? That is called the power of three. So if you take a look at this kind of whole range here, what do you see very clearly, right? Well, you have kind of just orders building up, building up, building up. Then what do you have right here? That would be some manipulation. And then what do you have here? Some distribution. So the power of three, the PO3, is also equal to AMD. They are the same exact things. Okay, MNDT, I will fix that right now for you. Hold on. You're a free member still, okay. Okay, it should be good now. So the power of three is equal to AMD. You guys have probably heard the power of three before, or you may have heard about the AMD sequence. They are the exact same thing. So what is that sequence? Well, as I just said, it is when you go through accumulation, which we have here. Then you have some sort of manipulation, so something that makes people want to think we're going higher or lower. In this circumstance, people thought we'd probably keep pushing highs, keep going higher, but in reality, what do? That was just manipulation to take out a lot of these orders, so then we could push lower and distribute. This happens all the time in the market. This is on the 30-second time frame, but you can go all the way out. I bet this same thing's happening on the 15. Yep, as you see on the 15-minute time frame. So it kind of just keeps going and going over and over. So I can find another example for you guys. Let's see. All right, here. What do you see? There's a whole bunch of orders kind of forming. You kind of just get like a straight box of orders. And then what do you get? You get a manipulation leg. And then you get a distribution leg. So both of these have been the downside distribution legs, but the same thing happens to the upside again. Let's see, all right, here, what do you see? We build up a whole bunch of orders. What happens then? We manipulate very hard to the downside, but in reality the market actually just wants to push all the way back up. So that is how the AMD sequence works all the time. And the way I use it in my trading is not necessarily by looking for a whole range to form. It's more of like a lower time frame thing for me. Like in this circumstance right here, when I caught this short, I was somewhat part of manipulation in the sense that I should have waited for the retracement to get the manipulation, the true manipulation. And then from the manipulation, as you see, it distributes, because you get this leg. Yes, it was still a good setup, just unfortunate that I didn't get break even, and then I get stopped out. It pushes lower, it goes break even, then pushes higher. People are seeing this candle and they're like, oh my god, yeah, it's going up, it's going up. All these people enter, but in reality that's just manipulation. And what does it give us an opportunity to do? It just then absolutely pushes lower, taking out all those people, and you get a huge distribution leg. So I look for it, like, not in the sense of yes, I look for it session wise, and we'll be going over sessions tomorrow, but just for now, all you need to know is look for manipulation. Think in the terms of the power of three, like, okay, I have a bias to the downside. What do we have coming in right now? Are we kind of building up orders? Okay, if we do, if you're looking to the downside, if we start pushing up, don't get scared. Be like, okay, good, this is what I want to see. I want to see it going up. I don't want to see it going down, but I want to see some sort of manipulation, because again, As we talked about yesterday, the market must take orders before moving lower, depending on, or must take lowers lower to move then higher. So if it starts going higher, do not get worried about it. Just be like, okay, this is perfect. This is exactly what I want to see. I want to see them manipulate out people out of the market, so then we can get the right setup. And boom, I could have taken this setup right here and would have smashed TP, as you see. So it's just unfortunate that I was part of the wrong leg. Just is what it is. And that's just kind of how the market works over and over and over again, is by going through the accumulation, building orders, manipulation, taking out orders, and then distributing, taking out even more orders. And I mean, this just happens all the freaking time. Like it just literally is how the market moves. Whether that's on the lower time frame, higher time frame, it just is always happening. Orders are always essentially going to be getting formed and then just taken out to one side, and then it's going to distribute back to the other side and take out those orders, and then just repeat that same process. And this probably reminds you of yesterday, where you just kind of go here. Maybe you so look, we have this high and this low, right? There's a lot of times, just like what I was talking about, where it could just take out the internal liquidity, manipulate out of those orders. People are like, oh my god, yeah, it's a long, I'm taking this to this high, but in reality it then just pushes lower. And that can be flipped in any way, so on and so forth. Do you guys have any questions on that so far? No questions? Okay. So again, this was pretty a blunt topic. There wasn't much to go over today here. I will add a psychology lesson at the end of this, but another concept within the power of three. So as I said, there's the you get something like this, right? And then highs and lows, where it manipulates through here, it manipulates through here, but then it's called the double manipulation, where it manipulates to the bottom, manipulates to the top, and say maybe there's like a target right here, right? Boom, it'll then absolutely tank on through and take those lows after taking out the lows, the highs, and then coming back for the full lows. This is best on the lower time frame. This happens a lot in the lower time frame. It's easier to catch. It's just how it moves. But so there's like the regular power of three looks like this, right? Where you just get 1 and 1. But then the double manipulation looks like this, where you go down, up, and then down again. This happens. I love the double manipulation. I think it happens so oftenly, but it's just kind of hard to catch, just due to like you don't fully know, okay, once we come here, okay, yeah, we'll go higher, but then what will make us go lower, and that we'll get into that later. With gaps in price and so on and so forth, but it does just get a little difficult trying to determine the double manipulation. But it's kind of like one of those things, when you know, when it starts taking place, when it starts forming, you're just going to know that's going to be the double manipulation, and you can do pretty well off of it. But again, there are just times where it's hard to actually be like, okay, yeah, this is it. It kind of just comes with time and intuition, and eventually you'll kind of just understand it for what it is. But for now, I would say only worry about this one. Just look for these concepts in the market now, and kind of just understand this fully before you get into the double manipulation. But once you understand both of these, you're going to be very well off in the market, and you'll be doing pretty well for yourself, and I can guarantee you that. Do you guys have any questions on either of these concepts? Yeah, again, power of three, pretty basic concept, and again, we'll be getting more advanced as we go on. But I'm now going to merge this into a psychology lesson. If you guys have been watching my lives for the past like 5 trading times now, I went break even Thursday, Friday, and then I've taken 3 losses in a row this week, right? I could let that get to me. I could be down on myself. A lot of people, for example, there was a dude in the chat. He's like, dude, if you could pull out 6K, why aren't you pulling it out? And it's the simple fact that I just know my model is going to play out long term. I know this is just a rough spot for me, It just is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. I know I can bounce out of this even harder than what I bounced into, if that makes sense. It's just nothing to really get down on yourself, right? 3 losses are part of the game, just like how 10 wins in a row can be part of the game. It's a tough business. It sucks, right? But it's all just how you take it, right? Because I could take these 3 losses on today, for example. I could have taken this 3rd loss, been like, oh my god, this sucks, dude. I'm losing a lot, and I need to make money back. Like, let me go in, and then boom, now you turn 3 losses into 4 losses, and now I guarantee you from that 4th loss, you're gonna try and trade again, and now you're down pretty bad, right? Like a lot of that's just not necessary. What made me profitable was essentially once I got to the point where I understood just having faith in my model, just knowing that my model would work out time after time after time again. Now, like obviously you guys have seen a rough patch of my model, but it's part of how you trade. The way that the markets will beat you is by your psychology. Your strategy can be a 20% win rate, and if you are just simply like letting the psychology get to you and you make that 20% now 15% or 5%, you're not going to be a profitable trader. My trading strategy has I would say it's an over 90% win rate, average of 90 over 80 guaranteed with break evens. But as you've seen, these have just been a past couple days, just a rough stretch for me. But again, it's how you actually treat that stretch. Like, I did go take a fat nap. I woke up maybe like 15 minutes ago, can't lie. But right before that nap, I was just sitting there and I'm just like, none of this matters. Like, yeah, if I blow the accounts, so what? And if I don't blow the accounts, so what? Like, it really doesn't matter. I know long term, I'll keep going at trading. Nothing's going to turn my model away from working. I've already gotten the proven results. All the backtesting results show me it works with an 80% win rate, 90% win rate. Everything that I've seen and done, I know it works. I just have to be in the right place at the right time. And kind of just endure these losses. Like whenever you backtest, I don't know if you guys have backtested yet, but whenever you backtest, there's times where you lose, but then you still come out of that losing streak and you become profitable at the end of that backtesting session. That's exactly how the normal trading is, right? You're gonna go through losses, and yeah, they suck. Don't get me wrong. I'm not the happiest when I lose. I don't like losing. It honestly infuriates me, but it's how you carry those losses and move on to the next trade, right? If I sat there and just was like, oh my god, I hate losing, this is pissing me off and I've just lost so much money, I need to trade and make it back, then I wouldn't be a profitable trader, and I wouldn't be teaching you guys here today, right? The difference between just the profitable traders and a lot of people who are still struggling is when they take losses, they go on tilt, they blow their account, they can't make it to the next day. Trading is all about surviving till the next day, surviving till the next opportunity, being there for when the market presents itself and you can take advantage is when the best traders will always succeed. The people who, all right, ready, put this scenario in your head. I've lost 3 trades in a row, but let's say tomorrow could be the best day the market's ever had, versus a kid who he lost 3 trades in a row, he just blew his account, now he doesn't have a funded account, and then he goes till tomorrow, and guess what he has to do? He trades the best day the market's ever had on a freaking eval, right? So that's how you have to think. You want to be there when you're on your funded account for the best opportunity in the market. You don't want to be there on an eval because that's not real money. You can't pull it out. You don't want to be there while you're paper trading. Well, paper trading is a little bit different. But like the 2 scenarios of you have someone who just blew their account the day before the best opportunity they could have, and now they can't trade it because they don't have the funds to, or they're now on an eval account, or they have one person who held their ground. They understood, okay, I know I can get another opportunity on Thursday or Friday or next Monday or whatever it may be. I will just try and stick around for as long as I can. That person's gonna, even if the person in the second scenario blows their account, then at least they were there to hold on a little bit longer than the next person, right? They were there to keep moving forward, and still have an opportunity to take advantage of the market and actually make some money within the market. And that's the biggest difference between profitable and unprofitable traders, is they don't see the vision of trying to hold on to the account till the next day. They just see it as, oh, I can blow it, buy another account, go through the eval process, and boom, I'll be back on the funded account. But in reality, if you're just there with the funded account already for the next opportunity, you'll be way, way, way better off. and you'll start to kind of just see the market for how it is and keep pushing forward. And I think that's one of the biggest things that changed my trading. Is it's not a race. It's a very long journey of profitability, but that's just kind of how you have to do it. You have to stretch it out. You have to keep just battling day in, day out to keep your account for as long as possible. I've showed you guys this before, but this one Apex account right here, I've had for probably almost 90 trading days now. That's damn near almost 6-7 months. 6-7. 6-7 months, or maybe even 8 or 9, because that's a lot of trading days. So that's a good amount of freaking trading that I've just done to hold on to this account for as long as possible, and keep moving forward with what I can do, and not blowing this account and not losing opportunity within the market, because I'll always be able to have opportunity in the market now, and nothing will be able to stop me from just kind of not being there when I need to. Y'all have questions on that? Good for now. Please ask anything. Nothing's just a dumb question. Literally anything. I believe I'm out of Zins, dude. Gosh dang it. Oh, these velos are weird. That's what I was just talking about, FRVN. How do I handle losing trades, or even just a losing streak? It's just literally knowing that my model is going to keep working out. It's just simply having faith. I know my model is going to keep applying. It's going to keep presenting itself day in, day out. My market's going to keep showing, or my strategy is going to keep showing up within the market. It's all part of the game. I just have to keep taking those losses and trying to move on to the next day. A lot of people, they'll take a loss and then they try and come in back to the market, make that money back. But in reality, what you're supposed to do is take that loss, move on to the next day, and know that the market will present itself with another opportunity the next day so you can take advantage of it. It was just like I was talking about. If you're someone that just lets the losses get to you, you lose all your money. And now you've just screwed yourself. And so say again, it was the scenario 1 and 2. The one person, let's say today is the best trading, or today is the worst trading day you could ever have, but tomorrow is going to be the best trading day in the market ever. What's going to happen? Well, if the scenario 1, if you lose your account on the worst day ever, now on the best day the market's ever going to have, you're going to be on an eval, which you do not want to be. You're not going to be able to make any money off that. Good for you, you passed the account. And then scenario 2 is the one person, he takes a loss, it is what it is, moves on to the next day, but they're still on their front account and they can take advantage of the best day that the market's ever had. It's literally just like that. You want to keep your front account for as long as possible. You want to take your loss. In my opinion, risk management, my risk management is just take one loss, move on to the next day, wait for opportunity to present itself, and keep moving forward. If I've lost 3 times in a row, sucks to suck, right? But I'll move on to the next day, and I know I can make all that money back. Like for example, right? I've lost 3 days in a row. If I win these next 2 trades in a row, I'll be literally back up to what I was just at the start of the week. I'll be break even for the week, and I can move on. That's how you guys have to think, right? It's a long-term game, and it's nothing to be worried about. It's all just part of the process, and it's all about just keeping your account longer than the person next to you. I was trying to take this trade this morning on paper, trading on TradingView, set all my settings for the long and short position, but it kept putting my position so much higher than I entered. It'd be above where prices even got to yet on the device. What were you trading on? Because if you're trading Forex, then there's spreads, and spreads are a pain in the ass. That's why I don't trade Forex. NQ minis? I don't know why I was doing that then. because I mean, you should just make sure when you come in, right? Let's see. So if I'm on paper, right? If I want to enter, make sure you're not like entering like a limit order. It should just be the market price, and you should just be. Oh yeah, you are delayed. I forgot. Yeah, so if you have delayed, you're gonna have to pay. I think it's like $7 maybe, or even like $5, to not get the delayed time. So you'll basically, because when you're trading on TradingView, like the free option, you're going to be, I think it's like 15 to 10 minutes behind what the market's actually doing, but you're still going to get filled at where the market actually is, which kind of sucks. Yeah. But there's ways to work around that. You could pull up another free like charting place and then do like paper trading on TradingView while looking at the other chart. There's things that you can work around that, but I would just recommend going for the $5 just so you can get used to it. It's one trade away from passing my eval. I went too nervous and not in the right mindset. Yeah, I mean, that happens all the time to everyone. That happens to me when I'm close to getting a payout. It happens to everyone. But again, it's all about just understanding your emotions and just moving on. If you take a loss, so what? You then just go into the next day, and you'll be even further than where you were the trade before when you lost, right? Yeah, MNDZ. Look up on YouTube how to get real time. Yeah, that's a great, for FRBN, that's like, I mean, I personally don't use it because I just know in my head I'm going to be locking myself out. But yes, there are firms where essentially you can lock yourself out where it'll basically make it so you cannot take any trades. Your account is completely locked. You can't even log into it once you hit a certain limit. So say, for example, I don't want to lose more than $500 in a day. As soon as I lose $500, I am locked out of my account. It physically will not let me back into the account until the next trading day if I then want to get rid of the locking system, or it'll just lock me out completely until the next trading day, and I can keep moving forward with that locking system. Yep. And that's a great one, Shergan. Yeah, it'd be like that. It'd be like that. Let's see here. Let's see. How to use the higher time frame power 3 indicator to know when it faces in. So that will be for a whole nother lesson because that will be more time based. I'll be getting into time alignment and how to use this indicator, and then also how to use just like time in general. That'll be a whole lesson for itself. Let's see. I think we go over that pretty soon, actually. Let's see. Power of 3 trading sessions. Let's see. Where would be time alignment? So yeah, we'll go over that tomorrow. Trading sessions. So tomorrow we'll be going over the trading sessions. HTF, power of 3. So yeah, tomorrow will be a big lesson. We got trading sessions, higher time frame power 3, and time alignment all to go over tomorrow. So that'll be a huge lesson for you guys, and hopefully start making you guys understand the market a good bit more. That's one of my favorite lessons to go over. When I found out about that, not just the higher time frame power 3, but then also time alignment and the trading sessions, that's essentially when I was on the verge of being profitable. It's when I understood time and price, when I understood the 4-hour, when I understood the trading sessions, when I understood when the 15 and 5 minute are open and closing. All these things will be very, very helpful tomorrow when you guys understand these. And it will definitely set you guys up with a very good foundation. With literally just the 3 concepts we've gone over, counting tomorrow, well, literally, you could use just that and be a very freaking profitable trader. But we will be going way more in depth to everything to understand even further. Y'all got any more questions or anything? Oh yeah, go ahead. That's perfect. Send it on over. You should be able to send it in this chat, MNDZ. It's not sending for some reason. Maybe try sending in like the general chat or like the chat for the group. If it's not sending, you could also DM it to me. Whatever works. Alrighty, perfect. Alrighty, so everyone take a look at MNDZ's trade here. I think that's an amazing trade. That's essentially the trade I would have wanted to catch on the day. That was like the kind of this trade right here. I wish I had caught that trade. Unfortunately, I just got too early. But this is an amazing trade. You're catching the continuation. You're hitting TP in literally like 30 seconds. Which is amazing. So yeah, that's a great trade. That is the piece of the time model to the fullest right there. So it seems like you're already understanding it and kind of already getting a hang of it without me even going further in depth into what it is. I can talk in the foreign language if you guys even understand these concepts yet, but as you see, you get that manipulation like I was talking about earlier. You get like a small accumulation, you get manipulation up, people think we're going higher, but then in reality we absolutely dump. You get the CISD, and then you get the momentum through the downside, you get a quick break even, and then you're able to smash TP very fast with the momentum that we have there. Great trade. Yeah, I mean, even if like I want the piece of pie, even if you have a target that's so much farther out than what you're actually like aiming for with your model, all that matters is just you're securing your profit and moving on. That's all that matters. But yeah, that's a great trade. Yeah, that's an amazing trade. That's exactly what I was looking for on the day. And looks like you were able to catch it, so good stuff. Good stuff. Without price being getting there. Interesting. How'd you get stopped out? Did you go break even? Oh, it set you so much. Yeah, so because of the delay, but at least you know in your head that's what you caught, and that's all that matters. If you didn't have delay, then you would have hit TP. Interesting. Again, it's all because of the delay. You wouldn't have gotten stopped out if it wasn't because of delay, so you would have been fine. Yeah, I mean, trust me, just buy the delay and you'll have a lot better chances tomorrow. It'll be a lot better. So okay, basically, if you see my screen, come in here. Well, look it up because I don't know exactly. I think it's in Explorer Plans. Just look up how to get real-time data on TradingView. Look up what I sent in the above on YouTube, and you'll be able to find it. It's not like a subscription, or it's not like a monthly subscription. It's literally just it's like a separate thing. Alrighty, enjoy yourself, FRBN. You guys got any more questions or anything? MNDZ, just hit me in the questions tab if you can't figure it out still, and I can help you out. But I think if you just look up what I sent you on YouTube, you should be very good. You should be well off. Alrighty, boys. Well, that'll be the class today. I will see tomorrow. Will be a banger class. I will just see you guys all for the live trading stream in the morning tomorrow, and then a fire class tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a haircut at 2:55, so I might move class to like 1, and then we'll go to like 1 to 2, and then I gotta head out for a haircut. So with that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow morning, and enjoy the rest of your day. This is everyone.